Despite the Obamas, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Stevie Wonder's best efforts, minority voters did not turn out for Hillary Clinton in the big numbers that she needed. The group that twice sent Barack Obama to the White House, well, a lot of them just stayed at home. Clinton polled 6 million votes less than Barack Obama did in 2012, while polls show that Donald Trump outperformed Mitt Romney's 2012 performance among blacks and Latinos. Sherman Ragland is a local businessman from Bowie, Maryland. He's a registered Republican and has some interesting thoughts about all this. A registered Republican, did you vote for Donald Trump?
In this election, I cast vote for my conscience. I voted for my youngest son, David.
Okay, why could you not vote for Donald Trump?
Well, I came into this particular election cycle totally neutral. And it's sort of funny because my son, David, kept on saying, who are you going to vote for? Who are you going to vote for? And I said, listen, son, elections are about choices. You walk into the booth, essentially there's 2 names on the ballot, you pick one. And I literally listened to both arguments, and at the end of the day, found that because of some of the things that were said during the course of the campaign, I could not vote for either person. So I chose to exercise my right and write in my son's name.
Okay, now that Donald Trump is president-elect, your opinion on Donald Trump?
I think Donald Trump has the ability to either be an exceptional president or really a catastrophic failure. And I think he's going to be an exceptional president because Donald Trump needs to win. There are some people who like to win. He needs to win. And I think what happened today was indicative of what we're going to see in the future. He came in and despite all the rhetoric, despite all of the hoo-ha-ha, right? I think that's a technical term. He comes in and what does he say after he has his first meeting with Obama? 2 things. Number 1, great man. Number 2, I'm looking forward to getting together with you over and over again. I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Sure.
Trump needed to win. He did what he had to do to win. He's won. It's over. And I understand there's a lot of sore feelings, a lot of hurt feelings,
sure.
People really, but he won. Now he has to govern. And he's going to pivot, and he's already pivoted. We saw that today, where he's going to do the best things that he can to actually be an effective president. Now, here's the deal. The single most important person in Washington, D.C. right now in Donald Trump's life is Barack Obama. He's the one person who can tell him how to be a successful president. Everybody else is going to come at him with all kinds of advice.
Obama now.
He needs Barack Obama more than anybody else in the world other than Barack Obama's own family.
Okay, I want to throw this out because we've never met, and people should know how we came to know one another. He had a Facebook post, and he talked about race. A lot of African Americans are convinced that the white people that voted for Donald Trump, it was a backlash, or whitelash, I think, as somebody said.
That was what I think Vance said.
Repudiation of Barack Obama, blah, blah, blah. You totally disagree with that.
Not true.
Share with my viewers.
How in the world can Barack Obama win if, in fact, everybody is racist? The bottom line is Barack Obama brought 70 million votes to the table. Hillary Clinton brought 59 million votes. Okay? People basically decided they're either going to stay home or they're not going to vote, or they're going to do a third-party candidate.
You also pointed out in your article that some of the very white people that voted for Barack Obama came over and voted for Donald Trump. Some of the very states that Barack Obama carried, Donald Trump carried.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of white people shifting around, and it didn't have anything to do with race. It had to do with what?
It had to do with heartland issues. Like, we are doing very, very well in the Washington, D.C. area. I have a sister that lives in Dallas. I was visiting her a couple of weeks ago. They're doing very well. In the major metropolitan areas, people are doing well. But you get outside the major metropolitan areas, they ain't doing so great.
And that's what Democrats missed.
Democrats look, at the end of the day, the memories are not so short that we don't remember the election of 2008, 2012, right? 2008, 2012, everybody either had a McCain, Palin sticker or an Obama, Biden sticker. How many Clinton, Kane stickers did you see on the back of cars?
Is this your America?
The election of President Obama was a great moment for this country. And now we stand 2 months away from all of that disappearing. And as an African American, as an openly gay man, and as an American, that frightens me.
African American, openly gay man, a lot of minorities very much concerned, very scared. What do you say? What do you say to your friends?
Well, look, there was a lot of heated rhetoric, and I'm not saying that race was not a part of this election. That trust me, I never did buy into that whole post-racial America once Barack Obama. Racism exists, racism is there, and it's across both party lines. What's unique was Trump realized he needed to get a certain group of core voters to show up for the polls on election day. That also included some people who were, you know.
A lot of the whites who supported Trump have gone on television and said, well, he really didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. Did he mean those things that he said? Some of them were very cruel, very bitter toward Muslims, immigrants, African Americans. Did he mean that?
I think that Trump said some things that were pretty thoughtless that, you know, as time goes on, you're going to see that he's not going to act on them. Having said that, there was a lot of racial rhetoric, misogynist rhetoric that was thrown around. Yeah.
Gary, come on in with
the
question.
line that you hear among Trump supporters is that we in the media took him literally but not seriously, and that his supporters take him seriously but not literally. That they say, yeah, he doesn't necessarily mean all of those things. That, you know, that when the Muslim ban came out, we said, how many Muslims and from what country and in what mechanism?
Right.
And Trump supporters heard, we're going to keep the bad guys away. You know, there's a disconnect between how seriously all this is taken.
Aren't we all sitting here like the rest of the country wondering what kind of president Donald Trump is going to be?
Well, I think we know what kind of president Donald Trump is going to be by watching what he's done in the past. Donald Trump is not a Republican. Donald Trump is not a Democrat. Donald Trump is an opportunist.
Okay.
And so he needed a certain core group of voters to win. Now, here's the deal. Donald Trump, his whole entire life has been about rewriting the rules. Getting into college, he rewrote the rules. Getting his first real estate deal done, he rewrote the rules. Becoming a celebrity, he totally rewrote the rules. And so when people look at him and go, how in the world, like they were shocked during the primary, right? How in the world can this guy be standing on the same stage and the very first thing out of his mouth is he's bashing fellow Republicans? Didn't Ronald Reagan say there's an 11th Amendment? Thou shalt not bash, right? And in Trump's mind, it's like, where's that rule? Yeah. Right?
Okay.
And so he just simply, and so throughout the primary, throughout the campaign, he rewrote the rules, and that shocked a lot of people. At the end of the day, he won. Now, will he govern the way he campaigned? I don't think so.
Okay. To be continued.